Lindsay Kemp, who produced and starred in Salome, his own version of Salome, at the Roundhouse in Chalk Farm in 1976. To me was the greatest theatrical event of the last century. Nothing compared with it in Britain. It was unbelievable because...
Did he play Salome himself?
Yes, in drag.
Oh, good
Lindsay
God.
Kemp was Salome. All men. It was an all-male cast. And there was a guy, Jack Burkett. His name was Jack Burkett. But he had a stage name which I can't remember. And he was bald. And he played the king. Was it King Herod?
I don't know.
And you walked into the Roundhouse. And there was, you walked in and he had turned it into a biblical period, like an arena. And there were all these flames. Now they couldn't do it because of health and safety. And they had guys playing these enormous drums. And you walked in and you were transported back to the time of Salome. And they played these drums. I can still remember, you know, bum 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 bum, and the whole place. And then we bum 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 till I think we thought we were going to have the building would collapse. And then all these people come running down the aisles. It was so camp, but it was an absolutely amazing sound and light and ballet rendition of the Salome story. And it was always sold out. It was one of the biggest hits of the 1970s. But that era is when I was when I first arrived.
And that kept you in England instead of going home?
I told my mother I wanted to go home after about 3 hours of being there. January 14th, 1976, and I called her and I put the 2p in the box. I called collect, and my mother said, "You're staying in England for 6 months to do your postgraduate course." I said, "Oh, I want to come home. I hate it. The tea is like gasoline. They put milk in it." And that was it. I tasted the tea and I wanted to come home. But then I went outside the next morning. I had a very high fever and I drank Tennessee whiskey all night to keep myself well. When you're 21, you can do that. And I went outside and I saw Shaftesbury Avenue, Hermione Gingold, Gene Simmons in A Little Night Music, Cilla Black at the Victoria Palace, Stratford East, George Devine, Royal Court. I walked around London, even with my fever. I think I'm going to stay. Anyway. But you remember Lindsay Kemp, don't you?
Yes. I can't remember what I saw him in, but you know, he was all over the papers, and
he was very camp.
Must have seen him. I think I saw him in something at the Roundhouse as well, but not Salome.
What, the ICA?
In Whitehall, that used to be one of my favourite venues to go and see productions, and I think I saw Lindsay Kemp there.
Yes, but Izzy and I are projecting such lovely karma that the restaurant has given us these lovely cakes on the house. A very sweet waitress came over and she gave this to us. Isn't that sweet?
Absolutely.
That's what I call good karma. More calories for me. I think this is my 4,000th calorie today.
Carol. You lead a very interesting life.
Yeah, because you were in the theatre, weren't you? You were a very, very well-known architect.
I started off in the theatre, stage manager, designer, costume designer, set designer, and it all helped my architecture. When I went back to architecture, I was not afraid of theatrical effects. And in my career, I have met such interesting people. When I met Lou Graves, Bernard Delfont, looking at ice rinks. My client in South Africa had an ice rink and he wanted to put musicals on ice, and they have their own special problem. Skaters can't sing and singers can't skate, and they've got to be able to watch each other all the time. And there was no TV screens up on the gods where you could catch a glimpse of what was going on, or the conductor. Fascinating project, absolutely.